do it. There is, of course, confirmation of the decks and our players. Looks like they're set up and pretty much ready to go, so we should be able to dive in pretty promptly.
Yeah, it is going to be that powerful Mew VMAX up against Shen EX, and Shen has been a deck that has kind of not really broken through. It had a top 8 in Pittsburgh just 3 weeks ago, and is looking for a little bit of an improvement on there, but I think it's just the 1 in top 8 yet again, right?
Yeah, but Grant Shen is going to be a great pilot of it, somebody who is no stranger to advancing through a top 8, so definitely going to make it for an interesting match. It looks like our judges are just checking everything is good and ready to go. But, you know, there is a couple of little interesting additions. I know Rowan was trying to highlight one of the one-ofs in his deck. We'll wait and see if that becomes relevant a little bit later on. I do think the grabber could be particularly useful here, so we'll see.
Especially in combination with that one-of.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll save it for later.
It'll be a surprise.
Yeah. See if Grant knows about it, but you know, being able to cause problems if he gets some of those plays off should be excited. Players in good spirits as well, ready to get underway very shortly.
No strangers to the stage, to the lights, to the white noise, and we have our 8 players after over 1,700 players in the Masters division here, able to whittle it down, and now we just have 3 more matches, like you said, until we crown our champion. They become a little bit richer and get that invite to Honolulu, Hawaii. Here are the accomplishments for Rowan. Of course, we already know Hartford Regional Champion, as a world champion from 2015 in the junior division, playing Mew VMAX with that Genesect V, Grant Shen. Hartford Regional finalist. They've been here before. Knoxville Regional top 8. OCIC top 8 in 2023 and top 4 in San Diego Regional 2023. Both of these players have been super consistent ever since we've came back.
Yeah, they've just been really good. I mean, a huge 2023 for Grant there. Players definitely in good spirits, so should be a fun one. Even the judges getting in on the action as well. Just ready to hear the final. This is, of course, Seed 1 versus Seed 8. Rowan coming in as the first seed, so picking up a massive collection of match points there. 39.
Yeah, 39 match points. It is crazy to see, but only 2 losses throughout the entire game. Let's go ahead and take a look at the prize cards here. There's that Luxray V that we were kind of alluding to. Fang Snipe, able to take a trainer from your opponent's hand and get rid of it, but 2 Genesect V in the prize cards. That's not what you want to see for this Mew VMAX deck.
You want to get a good few of those down, being able to keep using the Fusion Strike system, keep replenishing the hand. Obviously, the Luxray V and the Grabber together, getting rid of 2 cards could really ruin Grant's day, but it depends on what he's relying on, right? And think about what cards would you discard with the Luxray V? Could it be a
Iridon?
Yeah, get rid of that.
Rare candy?
Yeah, if he's already picked up the rare candy, why not, right? If he's picked it up for next turn, it could be a problem. But not something we'll see early on in this game. As we head on down into the game, Mew V in the active for Rowan, starting off with the Chromatic. Wait for the spin, and it's going to be a Tails.
I was about to say, wait for the handshake.
Yeah, oh no, not the handshake. Not this early. They can't get us like this. He does have a follow-up, though. The Battle VIP pass. We'll be able to start diving in that deck, start making some counts, see what he's got in there. He's going for the Genesect. Obviously wants to keep the hand nice and full, but those are going to be his only 2. So the other 2 are in the prizes. Getting those down, just running through the rest of the counts very quickly here.
Again, this will be able to see those 2 Genesect in the prizes, also the Luxray. The Luxray could be good against Grant in this matchup, just because Grant really does need to set up that Baxcalibur before he can really do anything.
Yeah, getting the Baxcalibur setup is going to be big here. He's starting off with the Bidoof in the active, so definitely plenty of work needed to be done on Grant's side, but Rowan just making sure all his ducks are in a row, being able to know exactly where he's going to be able to go in this game, what he needs to find off the prizes potentially a little bit later.
Now, Rowan does play a Hisuian Heavy Ball, so if he finds that, can search out another Genesect V or that Luxray from the prize cards. Granted, that is a card that you have to actually draw into. I guess you can search for it with Chromatic, but you need the heads for that.
Yeah, you'd love to be able to go in, grab the Hisuian Heavy, and just free one of those pieces, but not going to be an option right now. There is the Path to the Peak in play, the Lost Vacuum.
Getting rid of cards in your hand, 0 cards in hand now, so you can draw the most with these Fusion Strike systems. 3 cards off the first one here. 4 Sealstone found along with the Chromatic. So this turn is definitely not over for Rowan.
No, plenty of ways to obviously play cards down, keep going there as well. Chromatic, getting rid of the Ultra Ball.
Oh,
not
another Tails.
Not seeing him go for the deck, yeah. So does put down the Forest Seal Stone, does go with another Fusion Strike system. Obviously, has the option. He is going to go with the Grabber. Grant just confirming that. Opponent reveals their hand. Put a Pokemon you find there on the bottom of their deck. No. Oh, he's got the Bibarel. Okay. That can get put away, but it's not like he was going to be able to use it this turn anyway. But you do get a good look at the hand as well and see, the Pokestop, the Nest Ball. Certainly, a little ways to go, I think, if you're Grant. No Battle VIP pass either.
Honestly, though, Grabber, if anything, is best against this Chien-Pao deck because they don't usually play draw supporters very much. There's one Iono in the list, no Professor's Research. So being able to put back that Bibarel is actually pretty important.
Yeah, well, he is going to be able to get the Hisuian Heavy Ball play done. Getting one of those Gensect Vs, just continuing to draw cards. And he's obviously going to get to draw even more now as well, getting another one down. So Power Tablet played first to keep really emptying things out, getting an additional 3 cards. And we see the Heavy Ball go back in at the middle. There's the Mew V. And looks like, yep, we're just going to retreat that into the other movie, preserve that energy in the back, and pass it on over to Grant. So we know what's in the hand. He's got a couple energy, the energy retrieval, the superior energy retrieval, I believe, the Pokestop, and 1 cross switcher, 1 Nest Ball. So plenty to be done in this turn if you're Grant.
I don't know about plenty, but Nest Ball can at least
Well, he's got a lot to do, but he's not got a lot of resources to do it.
Going to need to rely on a pretty big Pokestop flip, and we've seen a few of those.
Yeah, well, he does get 1 card to really help him out. It is going to be that Radiant Greninja, which, of course, is going to be able to, start drawing him more cards. Why do you need draw supporters, Jeremy, when you've just got the Radiant Greninja and you just get 2 free cards?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at the cost of 1 energy, but you can get those back, so it's almost free.
Does have energy in hand to use that concealed cards as well. And now Grant is going to search through, check his own prizes, figure out where you can go from here. You definitely need to draw something like that Battle VIP pass to get your basic Pokemon set up so the following turn you can start getting some energy down.
The Battle VIP pass would be huge here, being able to, get some Frigibaxes down, get a Chien-Pao out as well. I mean, start thinning the deck a little bit. Could really help him out there, but just counting it up, doesn't need to do much more. Of course, got to be careful with those Pokestops as well. You don't want to waste resources too early, particularly if you're, you're limited and you've got a couple super rods. Could be a definite problem, but we'll see. There's the concealed cards. Waiting for the cut. Let's see what he gets. Okay.
Ultra Ball is not too bad. I guess it's an out, but here's the Pokestop.
Irida, Bibarel, and an Ultra Ball.
All right.
Ooh. Well, the Bibarel, I mean, at least he's shuffled the deck, right? So the one that got grabbered is sort of dealt with, but he can get another Bidoof down. Obviously, can search out, but I think he just needs more Pokemon this turn. So it is going to be the Ultra Ball, getting rid of the Cross Switcher and that energy. And can go in and grab something he needs to get set up. Getting the Frigibax out. Obviously, this deck does not function without the Baxcalibur, so you need something there.
That is going to put a ton of pressure on Grant for the following turn, though, because with just 1 Frigibax in play, if Rowan's able to find a boss's orders to take that out, get the KO, there is no possible way for Grant to really get a KO for a couple turns.
Yeah, he's then going to have to completely rebuild his board, and that's going to be pretty devastating for him here as well. So tough opening turn for Grant. Got a couple pieces, but does just pass the turn. We're over to Rowan, who's got a very well-developed board. Should be in a good position. Obviously needs to thin the hand. There's another Mew going down, so he's going to start drawing as well with the Fusion Strike system. Grabbing some extra cards.
I believe found a boss's orders, but no Mew VMAX just yet.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Lost Vacuum, getting rid of the Pokestop, so making sure that it's not an easy out for the side of Rowan. He's going to just keep an eye on what's going on. There's the Power Tablet, just being played down in case he does find something he can start causing problems with. Let's see there. There's the boss's orders on the Frigibax, so this game has gone from slow to arguably worse for the side of Grant.
I do like playing the boss's orders. Just get it out of your hand that way you can draw extra cards. And off of that second Fusion Strike system, Rowan does find an Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball will be able to find that Mew VMAX, and therefore you can bring it up and then take the knockout on the Frigibacks. Qianpao EX as a deck, not very good at coming back.
No, it probably, they're probably looking for the first knockout, trying to, just keep swinging, especially when you're going for some of these big ones.
Oh,
There's the
no.
grabber. He does get to look, and he now knows that, Grant, if he wants to get anything with that Ultra Ball, is going to have to completely burn his hand. So Grant looking like he might be out of resources. The Ultra Ball, it'd have to be a top deck of something very helpful. Attaching to the Mew there, just making sure he can cause problems, and Frigibacks is gone.
Yeah, Cross Fusion Strike able to copy Psychic Leap from the Mew V thanks to that power tablet for the knockout. Box of Disasters on the Mew VMAX is not really going to matter too much, but Grant does go for big one-hit knockouts. So we'll see how it turns out, but it is a dominating board position from Rowan here in this game one.
Yeah, well, he does have to expend his whole hand, but he does get the Bibarel, so he's able to draw a full, fresh 5. That is certainly going to help him out here, but those 5 are going to have to be near perfect for him to stand a chance in this game.
I'm not sure if it's actually doable, but we've seen some pretty crazy stuff from Grant, especially in that Hartford Finals, winning with a Cragalanche for one of the games.
Yep, well, the deck's just getting shuffled up, and Industrious Incisors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what he's got. These are pretty much vital to the game. There's an Energy, Manaphy, an Irida. Got some pieces, but I don't know if they're going to be the exact pieces he needs to get back in this game quickly. Oh, and a Qianpao.
Irida and a Nest Ball, I believe. So with those combination of cards, we'll be able to get multiple Frigibacks in play and hopefully have one stick around for the following turn so you can rare candy into that Baxcalibur.
Yeah, well, there's a Battle VIP Pass and a Canceling Cologne.
Those are cards that are good right now.
Yeah, those are definitely not helping him. But the Nest Ball gets him into the deck right away. He's grabbing a Frigibacks. So Frigibacks off that. It looks like he's grabbing some additional pieces as well. Just getting those prepped for the follow-up Irida. Just making sure his pathing and mapping is correct in his hand. So there we go. There's the Frigibacks. Just checking the deck, making sure he can, get the right pieces out with the follow-up.
And you have the Qianpao EX in hand as well. That'd be something you want to play down and promote, but it's also a liability just sitting on the bench because if you have 2 Frigibacks in play, that means Rowan's probably going to target the Qianpao EX.
Yeah. Yeah, if you kind of say, I'm going to get a Frigibacks, Rowan then can say, okay, well, that's nice, but I'm just going to take your Qianpao EX. And even if you set up a Baxcalibur the following turn, which, there's relying heavily, I think, on this Industrious Incisors, is certainly going to be tough. So the Irida grabs the second Frigibacks and an Ultra Ball. Obviously, he wants to keep that hand thin as well, so he can use Industrious Incisors the next turn, but Grant has a long way to go. I'm not seeing anything threatening this turn from him, so can try and play this one out.
And that could be another target for Rowan, is that B-Barrel on the bench. Grant's deck in general doesn't really draw cards outside of that Industrious Incisors, so if they need to refill their hand with a ton of cards for Superior Energy Retrieval late game, that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I do like as well the grab of the Ultra Ball to help him thin out some of these pieces that are just doing nothing in his hand. So the Qianpao goes down, like the Manaphy and the Battle VIP Pass, just not useful, but just a pass from the side of Grant. So he's ready for next turn, but he's still got a lot of pieces missing.
And I do believe Rowan has another Boss's Orders in play, so could be targeting down that B-Barrel, could be targeting down that Qianpao EX, but we'll just have to see how this turn progresses.
Yeah, well, the Featherball goes and gets the Mew VMAX, so he's going to be able to start streaming those pretty efficiently, just throwing out knockouts every single turn. There's the Boss's Orders. There's the Bibarel, as you called out. So both the Bibarel are going to be in the discard. He's, of course, going to go through the motions, just Fusion Strike systeming. Battle VIP Pass is going in the hand. A Lost Vacuum will get rid of that. So just keeping the hand thin, really nicely done, getting rid of that clunk, which is the Battle VIP Pass.
Yeah,
Fusion Strike system.
We can attack with Cramorant now.
Oh, good, yeah. if that was the tech that we were talking about at the top of the day,
Oh, wow,
that
yeah.
would have been a choice. I mean, going aggressive with Lost Vacuum, so...
It happened in Japan. It's fine.
yeah. But anyway, there's the Genesect V. You know, just that's the attack that he's copying, of course, the Technoblast. And it's the second knockout of the game. So Chen Pao EX, yeah, he can grab a couple of water energy, but, you know, he's going to have to exchange those, I think, with the concealed cards, just to see if he can find the pieces he needs to get a Frigibax going.
We do know there's that Ultra Ball in hand, and you can discard cards like Manaphy and that Battle VIP Pass to find that Baxcalibur, needing just a rare candy now to be able to actually play the game in this game one here.
Yeah, but then he's also, you know, got to be able to get energy to throw down. That's going to be the kind of the second problem. It's like, if you spend all your resources developing a Baxcalibur, well, what do you do next? Especially if you're giving up those resources, right, with the Radiant Greninja. This Radiant Greninja is going to have to be flawless for him and just give him a way back in.
Concealed cards here.
Oh. Well, there's the retrieval. There's a cross switch as well, so...
Those cards are not doing anything.
Yeah, that's the superior energy retrieval, which there's not really enough energy in the discard right now for value. And yeah, Grant just scoops it up. The loss of that Bibarel, really, really painful for him, and, you know, wasn't able to get back in the game. So Rowan taking a very brisk lead in this set.
And I also think it's due to the fact that earlier the Pokestop discarded the other B-Barrel. So even though Grant did have an Ultra Ball to find it, it just was not available to him. And not having Rare Candy means you don't have Baxcalibur. There's no Stage 1 in play, or in this deck. And I honestly, it's my TCG brain, but I'm not sure of the Stage 1.
You know? Oh, the middle one of the Frigibax Baxcalibur?
Yeah. I know Frigibax and Baxcalibur, but...
You think we use the middle evolution in VGC either?
Well, you have to evolve into it, right?
Yeah, but usually you just power through those levels real quick, take it out, level it up as soon as possible. So definitely an interesting kind of dynamic. Of course, there's a lot to get done as well. You know, that was... Grant had so many pieces to get done. Arc to Bax.
Oh yeah, I would never have guessed that.
I mean, Frigi,
Arctic, like...
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. But yes, Arc to Bax is the name we were looking for there. No, game two, I mean, if Grant goes first, do you think it's going to look a little bit better for him?
It definitely has to. Rowan is not playing that Fusion Strike Mew that we saw him win Hartford with. So there's no big turn one knockout with something like a Meloetta with an Alessa Sparkle. It is just this full-on control Mew VMAX variant. So no possibility of attacking turn one. That's going to give Grant a little bit of leeway, maybe cobble together a couple of Iridas chained together. But we'll have to see. The start was not the best for Grant.
Yeah, only 15 minutes in that set. It looks like they're having some discussion at the table. Not sure what this is about, but definitely looking into it as well. We'll see exactly how this one goes as Grant's just shuffling up. Also for Grant, I mean, the end of turn one, he had very little on the board. I think if he hits something like a Battle VIP Pass, he's going to be a little bit better.
Again, this is our top 8 of our regional championships here in Peoria, Illinois. Winner of this will continue on into our tournament top 4, hopefully finals, and from there we're going to crown a champion.
Okay, let's let these guys figure out what's going on here as well. So we're going to be able to get this one resolved in a timely fashion, but I think we can go through the replay here and see the story of that very brisk game.
Yeah, definitely a lot happened for Rowan's side of things, at least. Had pretty much everything available to him. And again, Grant really just needs to get set up. Not having a Baxcalibur in play means you cannot play the game with this deck, and it's very unfortunate. It's such a powerful deck, able to take big one-hit knockouts against anything in the format. Chen Pao EX has that built-in energy search as well, so just combos very well, and we knew about this as a deck ever since the cards were first revealed.
Okay, so we are just making sure the judges are getting things in there. This is going to be Rowan. He is going to... This was the start, right? Like, just look how underdeveloped Grant's board was. So there's the the Forest Seal Stone. You know, does go and grab that Hisuian Heavy Ball, has so many things in the deck. We're going to be able to kind of keep the game going a little bit there. He does play it down. He is, of course, going and taking that Genesect. That Hisuian Heavy Ball goes in, and we'll see what happens next. He is going to plays it down, I believe. Does the Power Tablet plays it down?
Yeah, okay.
And here's the consternation. There was no shuffle after that Forest Seal Stone. So that is why we're having a judge discussion, ladies and gents.
Yeah, it was noticed after the fact, but still trying to figure out what to do about this, because that is something you cannot do. You got to shuffle the deck. Therefore, Rowan would know what the top cards were for that Fusion Strike system.
Yeah, and obviously if you know what they are, you can kind of feel good about making sure you pull something that you need. So this is going to have a little intervention from our judging team. So maybe a small delay. That's absolutely fine. We want everything to be above board, especially when the stakes are this high.
Yeah, there's a lot of money on the line.
Yeah, think times has changed, Jeremy.
Yes. We esports now.
So I've heard. No, times has changed from when, you know, back when I was playing. I think you were playing a little bit before me as well, and the scene has really exploded, right? You know, the prize pool this year went absolutely crazy. So, you know, this has been very impressive growth. The numbers have gone mad as well, and we'll be able to see exactly how things are going to shake out in this one. The time is still ticking down, though. Of course, this is a longer round, so plenty to do here.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got word. It is just a warning issued for insufficient randomization, and we are going to continue on with our game 2 of this top 8 match.
Yeah, it does sound like it's just going to be the warning. There is going to be a little change to the timer as well, so we'll be making sure that we're playing this one out in full. Making sure we get all of it. The prices are down, and it's nothing too drastic. Apart from, 2 superior energy retrievals, so, you know, those are going to be limited, but if Grant does get going, he should be taking prizes, and you have to imagine he's gonna be picking those.
We missed it already, because the first thing Grant did was Pokestop, mill the top 3 cards, double Irida water energy. That is the worst.
Is the handshake coming?
Maybe. There's no Frigibacks on the board for Grant. Really relying on that Pokestop. And wow, okay.
No.
Just showing off here, Rowan. There's the handshake. Yeah.
It's the handshake and the acknowledgement.
And the bow.
The battle VIP pass going in. Let's see how quickly Rowan goes with this one. You did say, you know, there's no way for him to really fire off an attack turn 1, but he is going to develop his board in a plentiful fashion.
Yeah. Milling 2 Irida off your Pokestop as your only action for your turn 1. This is the Chen Pao that I'm used to seeing.
Just milling and not getting going?
Yeah.
I don't think that's how the deck was designed, Jeremy, but if that's how it goes in your testing, I can assure you that's how it goes in mine too. It's you know, I've been thinking about playing it. I've got a friend who's really about it. So yeah.
Our good old Sable House brothers both day 2'd with Chen Pao, and after today, they're like, this is the worst deck I've ever played.
Really? They've got to have played something a little bit filthier than that. They've got to have played something that really let them down. I don't know, though. Back in the day, they were a powerhouse pair. Anyway, back to the game we're on. Rowan is now looking at a pair of Genesect Vs and a pair of Mew Vs as well. So plenty going on in this one.
I don't know about you, but that looks like a full house to me.
It is. It's a full house. Genesect V and Mew. That's going to be really nicely done. There's the escape rope to throw up the Mew into the active. And then, of course, it's certainly going to be a curious turn for Grant to see what he can get done. Here is the Cramomatic, and it's a heads.
Heads, no handshake, though. You can see Grant. He wants the handshake so bad.
He wants to. Oh, and not the grabber. This could get really nasty. There it is. Okay, well, he has an Irida in hand.
Yeah.
Can actually play the game a little bit, but no Pokemon to throw onto the bottom of the deck there.
Rowan's going to take some notes of the hand for Grant. And this is honestly, again, one of the best decks to play Grabber against because they don't change their hand very much. You're going to be able to know what information he's going to be working with throughout the entire game.
Yeah, and he knows he doesn't have the Beeberel either. I mean, he can obviously try and get it there. Box Disaster onto the Mew.
Oh,
Forest
wow.
Seal Stones going down, so his hand is looking real empty. Just making sure the deck's getting shuffled now.
Yeah, definitely, especially after already getting a warning. You want to make sure, all right, did I shuffle this? All right, well, if not, I'm still going to do it. Like,
Yeah, there's, just kind of setting up everything. There's a Nest Ball as well for his troubles. So be able to get another Mew down. It's now 2 sets of 3. The full house is gone, Jeremy. It's not a legal hand in most games.
we're homeless now.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a problem. But let's see how much you can keep drawing with this one.
All right, 3 Forest Seal Stones go along with it. That's a lot of 3s.
How many Forest Seal Stones is too many Forest Seal Stones?
4.
You think 4 would be excessive?
Yeah. Don't worry, we're on 3.
Well, that's unfortunate. There's only 3 in deck.
Path to the peak along with that double turbo energy. This is one of the best starts Rowan can have here. Still has access to that Star Alchemy, passes the turn back, and all Grant has is an Irida. Is going to have to find a Frigibax and something like a Nest Ball to just get another Frigibax because you know a boss's orders is going to come down from Rowan next turn.
Yeah, whatever he sets up is not going to be sticking around for too long. So the Irida comes through from Grant, is able to play that one, even though he discarded 2 earlier. So Frigibax coming to the front, does need the Baxcalibur, or else this one just doesn't go his way either.
Irida now searching the deck, but again, you need to get 2 Frigibax. Mew VMAX, just as a deck in general, once you get set up, it's just trying to boss's orders every turn for those prize cards.
Yeah, just making sure that it's consistently taking prizes, while if you can't get the Baxcalibur in play, you can't get enough energy down to start causing problems and start taking return knockouts. So there's the Frigibax. Let's just make sure that we go through the sequences as we need to. It's going to be the Ultra Ball as well. So
all right, could get B-Barrel.
Yeah, it could get the B-Barrel and start digging. He's getting rid of a couple cards there. Obviously, just needs to go right back in the deck.
Ultra Ball eyeing down. You can discard that Canceling Clone. It's not going to do much in this matchup. Other than that, a Cross Switcher, which could come in handy later, but who knows if there's even going to be a later.
It's going to be a tough ask to get to a later. So yeah, there's the Canceling Clone and the Cross Switcher gone off that Ultra Ball. Is just going and getting the Beeberel. Just able to start drawing more cards. Obviously, when you put one down, you'll get 3 cards off the Industrious Incisors. So the hand needs to get thinned for the maximum chance for Grant to stay in this tournament.
This has been a quick match so far. Just under 55 minutes left for this top 8. 3 cards off the Industrious Incisors. Needs another Frigibax right away.
He's got a Chiempao. Chiempao, another Beeberel as well.
Okay.
So could make some plays here. Does get to keep the hand going down, so just mulling it over. Getting the Chiempao down, getting the other Beeberel down. Another Industrious Incisors for 3. Needs the Frigibax. Or a way to get the Frigibax.
Battle VIP Pass does not do it, but there's a Nest
Ball.
Ball.
And an Ultra Ball if he really wants to get greedy. But can find some pieces. But my big concern here is how does he get the Baxcalibur next turn? That hand is sort of getting full of stuff. That he,
Well, that's why you got the Ultra Ball.
Yeah, and then he has to start throwing away resources. It's going to be harder to hit the Irida too because 2 of them are in the discard from the Pokestop.
Well, 3 now.
Yeah, so he's got 1 to find in the whole deck. Can of course thin it a little bit, get some energy out, but then that would hurt his Industrious Incisors. So it's certainly a tough route.
And of course, the Ultra Ball is what you can use to find that Baxcalibur, but it is back onto Rowan now. And we'll see if he can have just an explosive turn 2 as he did turn 1.
Yeah, see if he's able to just start taking prizes and start running away with this set.
The Path to the Peak in play is shutting down a Fusion Strike system from Rowan as of right now. But with that 4 Seal Stone and that Star Alchemy, you can always get around it. Just depends what is in Rowan's hand.
Yeah, the hand is going to be really big here. It does have a Mew VMAX already. Has a second Mew VMAX as well, so able to...
And there's a boss's orders.
Yeah, the boss's orders on a Frigibacks. Start limiting those options. Really, really explosive play. Path to the Peak is slowing him down a little bit, but, you know, pretty important. Oh, yeah, can't even get the energy out with the Qianpao. Path to the Peak.
Yeah. Honestly, I think there's a power tablet as well. Rowan can just boss's orders the Qianpao power tablet, take the knockout, and say, yeah, you can get back Excalibur, but now you need to find another Qianpao. But here we go.
He's going
B-barrel.
after the B-barrel. So taking his time a little bit there. It's just going to slow things down. Copying from the Genesect is what he's indicating here.
Yep.
And yeah, there's the B-barrel gone. So, you know, limited to 1 Industrious Incisors too.
He's like, you thought I was going to draw cards, didn't you?
No, not with that Path to the Peak.
Pokestop off the top. Do we dare try again?
Oh, imagine if it's the last Irida.
Or, you know, just both Baxcaliburs.
Oh no. Oh, this makes me a little bit nervous, Jeremy. I don't know if I like this.
Well, with the Pokestop, now can use Shivery Chill, be able to thin out the deck a little bit of those water energies.
Yeah. No, I mean, he can get water, and he can get one of them out of his hand by attaching it. You know.
Discard the other one with Ultra Ball, maybe.
Yeah. Plenty of options. Does have the Radiant Greninja too, so can see a bunch, you know, a couple more cards.
All right, both energies hit the hand. Ultra Ball is going to get played, discarding the energy and that Battle VIP pass. Interesting to see. Yeah, Radiant Greninja, no Baxcalibur here, so now having to find 2 pieces of that puzzle instead of just the one, and a little extra draw.
Yeah, a little extra draw doesn't help. You know, does have to be mindful of the sequencing. Doesn't want to fill the hand up with nonsense before he tries to Industrious Incisors. So certainly got a hit. I just don't know if it's going to be enough. Right? There's obviously outs, but there's still, you know, a lot of cards in that deck. Just doesn't feel super helpful. Does get the second energy down onto the Qianpao, so Hail Blade is alive. Going for the Iono from the hand. So going for a full 6, hoping he can play that down.
We did forget about the Iono.
Yep.
The one draw supporter in the deck for Grant.
Yeah, does, of course, you know, I guess cut Rowan down a little bit, but, you know, definitely options that he can start playing with. He's got another Qianpao. I see a Nest Ball. Doesn't look like he's hitting the pieces he needs.
There's a rare candy. Still has access to that Pokestop. Still has access to Industrious Incisors and concealed cards, but no energy in hand as of right now.
Yep, he's going to put the Bidoof and the B-barrel back in with the Super Rod. So just making sure he can start accessing some pieces. Going back in with the Nest Ball. Got a couple of those to work with as well. So the Bidoof should be the one coming out. Fails that one, plays the second one. Gets the Bidoof down. So he's now down to a smaller hand. Industrious Incisors is alive and well.
And talk about great sequencing there. With Nest Ball, you can't play it if you have a full bench. So Grant failing the first one, knowing he's going to grab the Bidoof anyway, and then grabs it with the second one there, just so you can get that card out of your hand, draw more cards with Industrious Incisors. Yeah,
nice little attention to detail. He's going to play the Canceling Cologne, and then, of course, the Industrious Incisors. So let's see it. 1, 2, and 3. Water Energy.
I mean, those are needed, but you just need to Baxcalibur off his concealed cards.
Yeah, Baxcalibur, a way to find it. There's the concealed cards. Let's see what he's got. Irida, and I don't know what the other card was.
Unknown mystery card. Pokestop here.
Heavy Ball.
All right, we drew 3, but those 3 are not helping at all.
Yeah, if only he was able to, you know, get the Baxcalibur out of the prizes. It's not in there, unfortunately. The one time you actually want the Baxcalibur in the prizes.
Well, you also can't get it with his Suing.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's only basics.
Yeah. He's got the Manaphy in there. It's not going to help him.
Prep for that Ice Cube that's not in the deck.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's not enough energy on the board to really threaten this Mew VMAX, so he's going to just start putting some damage down, start trying to rack it up, but, you know.
He's getting around the box of disaster. That's the real thing.
That does help. That does help. Oh, no. Changing our mind here, Grant. Just taking his time.
already has attached for the turn.
Yep,
So
there's already an attachment for the turn, yeah.
Yep.
Rowan catching that one.
All right, just making sure. But yep, that energy on the Chiampao EX was attached before all of the drawing of the cards here.
Again?
Oh, sounds like we're having a
Oh,
judge
no.
intervention.
Oh, no.
So, the charge is as follows. This is what they're going to be discussing. Obviously, off the poker stop at the beginning, Rowan catches the Feather Ball and the Battle VIP pass.
Yeah.
And so, did he kind of sequence them together and then play the Feather Ball? That is the question. And that is what they're investigating right now.
Yeah, we'll have to see how things shape up. But this has definitely been an interesting top 8 match, to say the least.
Yeah, this one's certainly an interesting one. So we'll see how this one shakes out. It looks like we got judges getting involved again, just trying to make sure that everything is above board. Obviously, going to have to run it back potentially and take a little look-see at what went on there.
Well, I'm missing Wancho right now because I feel a little 70-30.
Oh, Juancho, where is he?
Yeah. Well, we have some news. JW wins the mirror match, going into top 4 after winning in 3 games. So we already knew we were going to see him ride on in top 4, but now it is JW's time to win a 3rd regional of his career. Hopefully.
You think it's his time? You backing them a ride on early on?
I have no idea.
Yeah, just as soon as the first one makes it in, you're like, yep, that's it. First person in, they're winning the whole thing. We are going to take a look back. Here's the poker stop, right? Here's Battle VIP Pass, Feather Ball, Escape Rope. There's the Novelty Handshake. But let's see how this one goes for Rowan. Battle VIP Pass goes in the deck. Just watch everything here. So he's going through, he's having a look. There's the Mew. There's the Genesect. And so he keeps looking. Keeps on digging through. Well, Mew comes back, so we're not sold on that one yet. Has to be mindful as well of the use of the Feather Ball, so taps it there. Sees the Feather Ball in the hand. But of course, we are just going to keep on playing through, making sure we're all in the right boat. There's the Genesect, which does have a retreat cost. So that would make sense. Take those off the Battle VIP. Does grab the Mew as well. Then Feather Balls and goes back in.
Oh,
so
no,
yeah, he has been caught out there, just skipping a step, right?
Yeah. Well, skipping a step, but then doing the step
again
right after. Yeah.
Yeah, that is going to have to be assessed by our judges to see exactly what they want to do with this one. I'm sure there's going to be an escalation and some extended discussion about this one here in Peoria. But maybe, just maybe, this is what Grant needs to try and negotiate his way around what was a very, very tough game.
Yeah, it was not looking like a great start for Grant yet again. And it's just unfortunate to see, but some sloppy play here, at least in this top 8.
Yeah, that is going to be a tough one. So we're just waiting for word on how this one is going to be assessed and, of course, penalized properly. Looks like we're taking a look at another play going on as well. So we're really using all our technology now to be able to get this one done. Yeah,
well, we only have 8 players left in the tournament. Might as well put our full resources towards being able to figure this out.
Yeah, why not? We've got replays now, so we're able to really dive in and use them for the benefit of good, clean play as well. Looks like they want to assess another play as well, so just making sure that everything is in the correct fashion. Could be sending us into a very tense end of this set, depending on how they assess the penalty.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate on anything, but we could see a game 3. Definitely we'll have to see how things shape up. The judges seem to now fully get the situation and are discussing it with each other.
Yeah, making sure that they're making the right call, following the guidelines as well. I'm sure these two will come to a decision, which they will then, of course, have to explain to our players as well. So probably a little bit of a delay here. We already had a delay, to be honest, when we added in that first assessment. So this one could be going the distance, while there are, of course, other results coming through. Like you said, we had JW Krewall advancing into top 4. In our other 2 games, last update I had was Raymond Long was up 1 against Terrence Miller, and then they ended up, they're still playing. Jack Carter took game 1 versus Brent Tonneson, then he came back in game 2, and they are in game 3. So those are the only other updates I have for you right now. As soon as I get them, I will pass them on.
Again, we only have 8 players left in this tournament, a ton of money on the line, that invite to the World Championships. And you really need to... Are they just playing Yahtzee now?
Yeah, playing some dice game. There's plenty of options of dice games when you've got a stack this big.
I guess when in Peoria,
Yeah. Aren't there like traditional like Midwestern dice games, or is this a piece of culture that the internet has lied to me about?
No.
I don't know.
You're lied to a lot.
I know. It's always me. I did see a bunch of people playing some dice games at our hotel last night, and they looked like they were having a good time. There was like 20 people around a table.
Liar's dice.
Yeah. It was serious business.
I also stayed and watched for like 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I knew a couple people there, so I was like, all right, this is a little bit fun.
Yeah, it was entertaining, to be honest. So maybe these guys want to, set up a quick round of that as well.
Looks like they are just confirming yet again.
Plenty of discussion down at the table. I'm
Yeah.
trying to listen to them as well.
I crammed the Ultra Ball.
Oh, yeah, he crammed Ultra Ball, so there's no Ultra Ball to get the 4th Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely
I think you're right.
misplay early
I
on.
played the rope. You're right. I played the rope. So I crammed.
Yeah, they're deep in discussion. They're running through every single turn, every single action. But, of course, we do have to, make sure that the rules are applied correctly. There's been a warning in this game, so may be a factor. Obviously, different penalty and different randomization, but that's where things get a little bit interesting.
Yeah.
It's
again, just trying to get through everything that you can and have it just exactly how it happened. You would love to catch these things live when they happen, but there's so much stuff going on, and, we're a little at fault too, but...
Yeah. No, I mean, I thought about it, but I was like, oh, he had 3 Pokemon available.
Yeah.
I just, thought there may have been another one in the hand. So, I'll take the blame for that one, just to see, how he got 4 Pokemon so quickly. I was like, oh, he must have just, had one and just didn't play it to start.
Instead, the hand had, 2 Mew VMAX or something like that.
It was certainly an interesting one, but, glad we're getting the results corrected and properly reviewed and properly assessed. That's exactly what we want. Like you said, when there's so much on the line prize-wise, it's definitely needed.
Oh, yeah. If not, then I think it'd be even more of a problem after the fact.
Not that it wasn't needed before, but then now it's extra needed.
I feel like
Well, if you let me pose this question to you. If you're Grant and you saw how game 2 was going, how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling a little better.
Yeah.
Definitely. Just trying to get a chance to play the game. Even a double prize penalty can have him come back a little bit, because then it negates the slow start that he already had.
Mm-hmm. I think the big question here, I mean, the one thing I think a lot of judges want to do is reverse the game state, but I think there's just way too many actions, particularly when you think about the Genesect and the Fusion Strike systems. Like that
Fusion Strike system really puts a damper into things here than actually taking the knockout, getting a prize card. Iono was played, so then any other shuffling after the fact.
Yeah, it definitely seems like an irreversible game state to me, but you got to imagine it was something that was explored and discussed. You can't just take away one of the Pokemon, right? Because it's like, well, which one would you lose? You know? Do you say that the 3rd Battle VIP Pass Pokemon has to go? Really causing those problems. So yeah, we're just going to go over it one more time. Just, I think, making sure that we help out. Let me just make sure that we're getting this right. So yeah, when you see it, it's pretty clear. The Mew goes back into the hand. So this is the Genesect Battle VIP Pass number 1. Obviously knowing about the Feather Ball, which he goes and has a look at in the hand. All right, wait for the Mew. I'll get the Mew in a minute. He goes, gets the other Genesect, and just powering through that deck. Genesect, fine up till now.
And that's the problem.
In the words of Willy Wonka, it's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. That's not a quote I get to use often, Jeremy.
Along with Rowan's reaction, it's crazy because both of these players are very accomplished, very much veterans of the Pokemon TCG, but these things still do happen.
Yeah.
Especially after a long weekend of playing Pokemon, maybe not eating as well as you normally do or getting enough sleep. And
I don't want to appeal, but I just want to express the fact that this is really frustrating that this happened on a stream match. Like, I know it's my mistake.
Okay, well, it looks like we're getting in the result. We are just checking, making sure. But it is going to be a game loss on stage for Rowan. So, you know, making that error is going to cost him and give Grant Shen an opportunity to get back into this game.
it does look like there's not going to be any appeal either. So going into a game 3, Grant has a little bit of hope at the end of that tunnel.
Yeah, let's see as well, you know, how are we going to be able to get through the rest of this set, as it looks like we're going to be getting ready and shuffling up. Grant being led off from a really rocky start. He's got to get a better start this time, right?
Yeah. Now, I guess the one good news for Rowan out of all the situation is do get to go first this game 3.
Yeah, he's got to go first, get the Muse down, and then, of course, start causing, you know, chaos if you can with boss's orders, just making sure you deal huge damage. Rowan's got to reset right now, right? Reset that mentality and make sure that he's able to focus up and then come back and just play his game. Whatever happened in the previous 2 games, win or lose, doesn't matter right now. Absolutely not relevant. You've got time to go. Let's just see a good, clean game and a nice, simple resolution to this set.
And these players have been here before and maybe even been in this position before. And like you said, you need to clear your mind of everything that happened. Forget what you know about anything other than playing the best game of Pokemon you can for this game 3.
Yeah, making sure that you're able to, you know, just focus up on the game in front of you, right? You're now down to essentially the best of 1 to see if you can advance into top 4.
Yeah, it's basically like a league challenge, you know?
Yeah.
Best of 1.
Yeah, best of 1, just go first and get all your cards and win.
Yeah.
I think that's, you know, it's going to be, Grant's obviously going to have to make sure his board's nicely developed at the end of turn number 1, just to make sure that he's able to, you know, cause some problems. But Rowan, if he gets the Battle VIP Pass, you know, needs to make sure that he can get all the pieces. Battle VIP Pass really does seem to be the determining factor in the setups here, right? We haven't seen Grant hitting them. He's just been fishing around with nest balls and iridas, but no, it's going to be important to see those and develop these boards really early on.
Big opening hand for both players here this game 3. I saw Radiant Greninja in Grant's hand, so it's pretty good to start the game with here.
Yep. Let's see some prizes from Rowan. Double Chromatic, one of those boss's orders, 2 escape ropes, and a Muvie. So not the worst in the world, you know, would maybe like access some of those. Grant with a Baxcalibur, a Water Energy, a Rare Candy, Chien-Pao EX, and a Water Energy with that Superior Energy Retrieval, rounding it out. So, you know, limited access to the Baxcalibur in this one.
And this is actually one thing I love. So Grant actually playing down that Bidoof on the bench. Normally, you just keep it. But with the inclusion of Grabber in the format, that's something you can't do now. You have to be actually worried about if you're going to be able to play this down or not.
Yeah, well, the Chromatic, Rowan, 3 of them unavailable right now, or 2 of them stuck in the prizes, will go for a flip. Doesn't get it. He does have access to the Battle VIP Pass, so let's just make sure that we get this one right. That would be pretty important in this game, just going through the deck.
I think, if anything, he's going to make sure this Battle Pass is right.
You'd hope he gets this one right, but we'll see. Let's make sure that it's all above board. There's the Mew, there's the Genesect, and there's the deck going back down. Let's make
plenty of time in this game as well, just thanks to all the time extensions. So 50 minutes, just a little under, for these players to finish this one game, this game 3 of our top 8.
Yeah, plenty of extensions given to these players. The combination of the extension for that investigation and, of course, the insufficient randomization one earlier on is going to be a bit of a conundrum. So, you know, plenty of time. We should get a proper resolution to this set.
Rowan just checking making sure all the cards that are prized, what you have access to for the rest of the game, even more important in this game 3.
Yeah, this one is, for all the marbles, right? You go home if you don't make it through this one. Is
You
going.
win marbles?
Yeah, did you not see the new prizing rules?
I did not, no.
Yeah, it's all marbles now.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, 90s kids are rejoicing everywhere. Actually, I think it'd be Pogs if that was the
Oh, yeah,
situation.
yeah.
No, it's actually mad cash prizes, but marbles would be cool too. Does Ultra Ball as well. That's where the second gen sectors come from. So now we're into some good, honest Fusion Strike systems. Is going to be able to keep developing the hand. Power Tablet goes down. Obviously not going to be relevant right now, but it does give him another card off the Fusion Strike system. Does Ultra Ball, so the Judge and Iono going away, going to make this final Fusion Strike system even more impactful. Does grant up potentially another Mew V.
Getting rid of 2 great disruption supporters in this matchup, but Rowan does play a Pal Pad, so maybe able to shuffle those back in later on.
Yeah, making sure as well that he can get, all the pieces down correctly, and it's an extra card for him to be able to try and see even more with the third and final Fusion Strike system.
For Sealstone to go along with it, that can continue this turn or just be a little bit of help for the next turn. Choice Belt on that Mew V can help with not really much anything. There's
No, I don't think he really needs it, but the Forest Seal Stone down as well. He will just pass over the turn, not using that this time. We can see exactly what Grant is going to be getting up to. We want to see that more developed bench at the end of this turn so he can withstand an early attack, maybe go down a prize, but potentially fire back promptly. I see an Irida, I see a Nest Ball, I see a Pokestop. I definitely see the Nest Ball because he's playing it.
Good observation.
Yeah, it makes it really obvious when he does that. Will go in and get the Chien Pao as well. So the Chien Pao, he's going to be able to see what he can do with it. He is going to get the Chien Pao into the active, grab a couple of those water energies as well. So he attach retreated to the Radiant Greninja, get the water energy on, into the hand. Then we'll be able to conceal cards. So nicely done, not just, using that first thing. Shivery Chill being able to help him grab those energy.
Thinning is winning in the Pokemon TCG, and Grant's trying to do just that in winning this game 3 here. Has access to Irida, so that can grab something like a Frigibax and Battle VIP Pass, get a full bench set up, maybe get the rare candy for next turn. But again, since Grant is going second in this game, you want at least 2 Frigibax down so you can almost guarantee that Baxcalibur.
Yeah, and he's only going to have 1 Baxcalibur until he starts digging in the prizes too. So if that gets targeted down early on, Grant could struggle a little bit here because I think that Baxcalibur is right at the top as well. So if that goes and he's not able to get enough value out of it, then he's going to be in a whole lot of danger. So there are the 2 water energy taken from the Shivery Chill. He's going to start lining it up. There's concealed cards to follow up. Maybe give him a bit more information about what this Irida needs to grab. So there we go. Let's just see. Oh, we got the Battle VIP Pass off that as well. So he's going to be able to keep developing the board.
That means rare candy can find its way into Grant's hand if he chooses, or something like an Ultra Ball for B-Barrel.
Yeah, well, there's 2 Frigibacks, so he's definitely going to be able to set one of them up next turn. Just being mindful of all of the options in his hand. Making sure we get a good shuffle going here as well. Just having another look through. He's in his first turn. He needs to count the prizes and find out about that Baxcalibur count.
This is how day 1 Chien Pao EX was running.
Yeah, the day 1, day 2, very different. But he will be able to, at least get a foothold in this game, which is more than can be said for game 1 and our abrupt game 2.
Looking pretty good here for Grant, even going second. All thanks to that Battle VIP Pass to find those Frigibacks that have been sorely missing throughout this entire match.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen a pair of them, I think.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be a bit of a problem. There is the Pokestop. Does he want to spin the stop?
Doesn't he want to play a supporter here? Saving that Irida for the potential next turn, because if you grab that Baxcalibur off Irida, it could get grabbered back in the deck.
You're really scared of the grabber, aren't you, Jeremy?
I am very scared, yeah.
Yeah. It's,
I don't like people invading my bubble.
Yeah. The grabber sounds like a really lazily named villain from just like a B movie. Like somebody in the writer's room was, causing problems. So, yeah, that's what they called it. But no, he's got, the full board set up.
Ooh.
He's going to use the penny.
Pretty good. Able to use that Fusion Strike system, put it back into your hand. Now you can use it yet again. And already having that double turbo energy with that Mew VMAX. Going to be able to take a knockout if he finds a power tablet.
Yeah, let's see the Hisuian Heavy Ball going in to see if he has any goodies in there that he wants to try and grab.
Does not look like it, but able to see the resources available. Oh, there is a Mew V in there.
Mew V, yeah. Why not? Extra card off the Fusion Strike system. May as well.
And hey, Hisuian Heavy Ball on the prize cards. If you take that with a Chromatic, you can just discard it right away.
Yeah. So laying them back down. Oh, the double rope in the middle. So it's going to be Chromatic and Hisuian Heavy Ball onto the bottom. That should be the pair if he just goes for the knockout on to this Qianpao.
Lost Vacuum away the Choice Belt and that Battle VIP Pass just to get cards thinned out of the hand yet again. That is what this Mew VMAX deck is so good at doing.
Yep, drawing up. Now got a full bench, so a full power Fusion Strike system as well. Is going to start to cause problems. Just looking at the discard, seeing what he's got in there. But yeah, plenty of options available. Looks like we're going for a Power Pad as he stacks up a couple of supporters. So yeah, there's the Power Pad.
Has the option for the Penny or the Judge as well, but just chooses the Iono.
Yep. Doesn't want to make the deck too thick. Doesn't want to really add too much to it. Just being able to play through. Let's see. He's got one more Fusion Strike system. It's just going to be the one. Is it what he needed, or does he have to go with the Forest Seal Stone?
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like it's the Forest Seal Stone.
Always had it, but you'd like to save that resource if you can.
Yeah. Just grabbing that power tablet as well, making sure he can do the requisite amount of damage to pick up your 2 prizes here.
And with that power tablet, able to take the knockout and cement a pretty good start to this game 3. And wow, Paths of the Peak to go along with it. That's going to shut off that concealed cards from Greninja, but we know there's a Pokestop in Grant's hand, gets played right away.
Yeah, the Path to the Peak isn't going to stick there. Here's the big question, though. If you do develop the Baxcalibur, you're going to need to start finding pieces to use it with as well. So, he's got options. He's got the Water Energy as well for the concealed cards. Could try and play towards a Bibarel angle if he just needs to see more, but holding on to a good number of cards, I think. Unless he uses that Ultra Ball, he's just not going to be able to get rid of. So let's see what he starts with.
Oh no, Pokestop.
Oh.
All
okay,
right.
Got the rare candy.
Yeah, it would have been very bad if the Baxcalibur was discarded, though there is a Super Rod in Grant's hand.
Yep, would have been able to find that anyway, but does need a way to get the Baxcalibur. That is going to have to be the Ultra Ball, so certainly just looking at some pieces he really doesn't need. You have to imagine canceling Cologne, looking pretty tempting, and the Manaphy.
Well, you got the Irida in hand to get that Baxcalibur, so Ultra Ball is going to find that B-Barrel here.
Oh, yeah. He's still holding on to that Irida, the one that lingered around from turn 1.
Yeah, and I could see Grant not playing it just as oh, my hand's really bad. You probably shouldn't judge me.
Yeah. Leave me alone. My hand doesn't have all the pieces in. The problem is as well, though, if you get the B-Barrel, you get the Baxcalibur, what are you charging up to attack with?
Radiant Greninja. We're going to Moonlight Shuriken soften up a couple Pokemon maybe? I don't know. But we're going to hope this Industrious Incisors finds a Qianpao and finds something useful here.
Yeah.
I guess Irida can find Qianpao and like an Ultra Ball for the Baxcalibur. You already have the rare candy in hand.
Mm-hmm. Could be the way to go about it. The Bibarel not available right now. Here is Irida for the turn. So finally playing a supporter. See how Grant wants to go about this one.
Yeah, I think he's eyeing down that Qianpao. So as long as you have another Ultra Ball, or I guess Nest Ball. Yeah, so you can get Nest Ball, Baxcalibur. It does the same thing. You don't have to waste your resources in your hand. Rare candy that Baxcalibur. You can retreat with the energy in hand. You got a superior energy retrieval to go along with it as well. So I believe there's going to be enough energy for Grant here, along with that Shivery Chill, to be able to take the knockout on this Mew VMAX.
Yeah, it's going to be a good amount of energy. There's 3 now in his discard with the retreat, not the concealed cards. Is going to Super Rod. So just looking through, seeing what piece he wants to put back in.
Oh, there is only 3.
Yeah, there's 3 in the discard. Puts the Qian Pao back in, mainly just has to play the Super Rod to make this Industrious Incisors more valuable. And of course, I mean, if you can get more in there, you know, potentially concealed cards, then get it back out, but you don't want to be wasting too many resources. Of course, it does have the Chivalry Chill as well, so can start loading up the hand and taking the first knockout of the game here.
Basically needs to find 1 water energy off this Industrious Incisors. From there, you can Chivalry Chill, and then get the other 3 from the discard with that Superior Energy Retrieval.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got plenty of options. You know, of course, 60 times. He is going to need to shoot for 6 on this one. So he's pulling them out to the side. You can see the 3.
Did the math right.
Yeah, it is 6. All right, there's the Industrious Incisors. The big 4 cards for Grant, because he's about to take a monstrous lead.
That's not a water. That's not a water. That's not a water.
Pass. Those are not water energies, my friend.
That is the face of a man who did not like those draws.
And an Ultra Ball, too. Oh. That's a tough beat.
All right, so if Grant gets another Qian Pao, you can Chivalry Chill. Oh, he already retreated for the turn.
He did, yeah. Remember, drop the attach retreat.
Yep. I was about to say double Chivalry Chill can get there, but not able to do that here. And I guess, do you concealed cards? Oh, yeah, you can concealed cards, hope to find another energy. So Chivalry Chill, search for 2 energy.
Concealed cards,
one of them away.
You hit it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is only out. But how many are in the deck?
2. Oh, no.
Oh, this is tense.
With a couple being prized as well. All of the resources.
Is there anything you can do to thin here? You know, grab a couple pieces, back out. He's got the Nest Ball, he's got the Ultra Ball. I mean, a couple cards could... It's going to be... there's the Nest Ball. So he's able to grab another Bidoof. It's 1 card closer.
1 card closer. All you need is 1 card. 1 water energy. Should be able to help you take this knockout against Mew VMAX.
Yeah, should be able to get there. This is the one time you wanted the Pokestop, just discard energy. So there's the Nest Ball. It's got the whole... Oof.
Here is the concealed card. So huge for Grant here.
It's an Irida. It doesn't look like he's hit it. I would expect to see a little more energy from him.
A little bit pep in the step, you know?
Yeah. So it's 4 in the discard, 1 in the hand.
That's not enough.
That is not. No, not when you need 6. And no way to buff the damage either. That's the other big issue here, is just not able to buff that damage up.
An Ultra Ball could discard a few things. Superior Energy Retrieval here, getting back the 4.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess you can damage the Mew VMAX enough to where Moonlight Shuriken could be an option. You're going to need to work in a 1 prize attacker since you missed the knockout here, so that could be available to Grant. And there is all the energy coming down on that Qian Pao EX. Grant may be saving 1 in hand for concealed cards next turn. Yep,
he is going to fall short, and the Mew VMAX just such a big number to try and hit. He is going to be short. You know, nothing to help him push it over the edge.
Yep, all right, Hail Blade. 240 damage, 70 HP left on that Mew VMAX. Grant was 10 damage short.
Yep, there's the Tails on the Chromatic, though, as we're finally back on over to Rowan's turn. So certainly going to be a tough old slog for him to get through this one. He's sort of had to watch Grant do everything but fall short, and this Qian Pao should pretty easily go down, you have to imagine, if he's able to obviously switch things around a little bit and then just reset on that Mew. Maybe even set up another one on the bench if he's got those pieces.
And again, it's a little awkward. You still need that power tablet to take the knockout on Qian Pao EX, but there's an option of boss's orders up that Baxcalibur and saying, hey, you don't have another one.
Yeah.
And at least we know it's in the prize cards, but it's a risky option to take, but something a lot of players try to go for against this deck.
Yeah, I think depending on how these Fusion Strike systems go, then that's going to inform his decision on how he wants to play this one out. He's got the second Mew set up, so seeing what he draws off these is going to be really big. Seeing Ultra Ball. Don't know if I'm seeing a Power Tablet in there.
No Power Tablet. There was the boss's orders before the Fusion Strike system, so at least has that option available, but you'd want to go for the Power Tablet here.
Yeah, and that Shen Pao being sent to the bottom of the deck by the grabber, of course, can get it right back out. That's not a concern, but you may as well put it on there for a bit of a laugh. Just make sure Grant has to spend a card getting it back out if he wants to. Of course, there's plenty of play to go here. I like going for the back Excalibur. He's going to Ultra Ball away the Luxray and the Feather Ball, so able to go in and keep the deck getting thinned out as well. Just making sure he has more chance of drawing all the pieces he needs. I believe there's 2 Power Tab. Maybe the other Power Tablets are stuck in the prizes.
No, they're in the deck.
Oh, okay. There's 2 ropes. There's 2 ropes that are in there. That's my mistake. All right. Well, he's going to keep going with the Fusion Strike system.
I believe Power Tablet was found the first card off the second Fusion Strike system, so that will allow Rowan to take the knockout with that benched Mew VMAX on this Chien-Pao EX.
Yeah. So there's Power Tablet. Looks like he's just going for the 2 prize option here. He's going to judge. So, of course, has the freedom to just see some more cards and lower his hand. So he's going to be guaranteed a couple cards off this Fusion Strike system as well.
More importantly for Grant, resetting the grabber. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that Chien-Pao's back in the middle of the deck now. Could be anywhere.
Judge, after this Power Tablet, maybe a Path to the Peak coming down to help along this dominant board state that Rowan has built up. Still has access to the 1 Fusion Strike system as well.
Not again.
Haha, you missed.
Yeah, but you do get to see the hand. Not as much in there that's going to help him. The cross switcher, pair, Pokestop, and cancelling Cologne. So not able to throw anything at the bottom, but not able to go grabbing cards, particularly another Chien-Pao EX to start attacking with.
Rowan used the last Fusion Strike system here. 6 cards in hand. I do believe I saw a Path to the Peak, but just depends if Rowan actually plays it or not. There's the retreat. Power Tablet.
Yep, just pulling out the discard to remind him.
Yeah, the path is in the hand, but no way for Rowan to actually break out of his own path if it sticks. So there's just the knockout going down to 2 prize cards.
Yeah, it's the Chromatic in there as well. So Chromatic Boss, did grab a boss earlier. There's a double cross switcher, so he's going to try and, I think, trap him with this Genesect and buy some time. Try and pick up the prizes, potentially, with this Radiant Greninja. There's the Irida. That's super odd. But, he will get 3 prizes, right? He can go after it with the Moonlight Shuriken. There's the Pokestop. Ooh, double Pokestop Irida.
You love to see it. You love to
Who loves to see it, Jeremy?
Rowan.
Yeah. It's definitely not Grant's favorite.
Irida will be able to get that superior energy retrieval to unlock this Moonlight Shuriken to be able to take the knockout on that Mew VMAX. And Grant here is not going to play down a 2-prize Pokemon, at least you'd expect it, because then it forces Rowan to just take a knockout on something like that Radiant Greninja or that Excalibur now.
Well, you can obviously soften up one of these Mew VMAXs as well. That's where it gets really interesting, is, can you use this Moonlight Shuriken to apply enough pressure? You'll get within 1 on the prize count. There's a Battle VIP pass on the superior energy retrieval. See what else he decides to get rid of. Plenty of options in the hand, but it's going to be the Nest Ball. Doesn't need it, right, when he's got the Chien-Pao in there. But the big thing here is, you need to fill the hand with energy. So you can just Moonlight Shuriken. There's going to be the concealed cards. 1, 2. Looks like another Chien-Pao and an Ultra Ball.
And here, Grant's just thinning out as much as possible because Rowan's going to play an Iono or play a Judge next turn.
Yep.
Or just Boss, but... Ooh.
Ultra Balls away his Chien-Paos. Oh, to get the other Bibarel. Does have the Super on in hand as well, so can just throw them back in if he requires them. But the Bibarel will get him Industrious Incisors.
That's a little risky, though, because I believe Grant already used the Super Rod early on in this game.
Yeah, he did. He put a Chien-Pao back in, I believe.
And that's the second one. So if this Baxcalibur gets knocked out, Grant will not have a way to get one back.
Yeah, I think if you lose the Baxcalibur here, then you're just not going to be able to power up anything quick enough to fire back. Even, yeah, let's say you soften up one of these Mew VMAX, the other Mew VMAX, with the Greninja. It would be a more reachable target, but it wouldn't be the target.
3 energy on that Radiant Greninja. Moonlight Shuriken will be able to take the knockout on that Mew VMAX that's heavily damaged, but not before drawing some more cards with that second B-Barrel. Maybe you find a Hisuian Heavy Ball, shuffle the prize cards a little bit, Baxcalibur ends up on the bottom, and you end up drawing that as you take your 3 prizes. I think that's the hope here.
I mean, it's not going to be this turn because he's taking the 2 prizes, or 3 prizes. And, of course, he's getting the damage down onto the other VMAX. Let's see what he takes. Oh, this is so tense. No!
All right. Granted, still has the Baxcalibur in play. Rowan needs to do a little bit of work to be able to take the knockout on it. Has the escape rope.
I think you have to take out the Baxcalibur this turn, just because it's, it's going to be able to power up something useful. Hisuian Heavy Ball. Hand full of energy. Does the Pokestop as well, and he's thin the deck, so may be able to try and find a card to help him. I believe he's got Search in hand to be able to try and find the Chien-Pao, right? If he leaves this Mew VMAX in the active, then it's well within reach. Not reaching for that 6 anymore, and of course he's got massive amounts of energy in hand as well. There's the Power Tablet just being played.
Rowan able to thin the hand down to, I believe, 5 right now.
Psychic Leap.
Oh, he's going to Psychic Leap away, get rid of that damage.
Able to take the knockout as well with that Power Tablet. So, still able to keep pace in this game. Go down to 1 prize card. Grant now needs 3 prize cards to win, but there's no VMAX in play.
No, getting rid of that VMAX is such a smart play by ROWAN STAVENOW, being able to bounce that one out. Psychic Leap, the choice, just putting it back into the deck, which when you've got plenty of draw support, as he does have right now, not going to be the hardest thing to search for. Just a couple of pieces and then find that final knockout of the game.
Grant's deck is very thin at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Grant, your only option, you just have to take a knockout here and hope Rowan can't find the pieces.
The Iono is still in the deck, but with Rowan having 3 Genesect V in play, it is pretty much guaranteed that he's going to be able to go through that deck and find the Mew VMAX, the Double Turbo, and Escape Rope, Boss's Orders, Power Tablet. There's so many outs.
Yeah, there's just so many ways you can take this one. You just got to hope that it is the most brutal of situations. Here's the Chien-Pao EX is coming down, so, trying to make sure he's in a good position. But any knockout here will be enough for Rowan. There's 2 and 1. Obviously, he's in super cold, just making sure. Grabs a couple more energy as well, so it's able to power things up. More energy in hand, so not the worst news in the world. He is down to so few cards in deck. Concealed cards are putting him down to 2 left. It's the Cross Switcher. There's the Superior Energy Retrieval.
All right, do you cross switcher up Genesect V and Moonlight Shuriken to both Mews and just hope?
Hope that they don't evolve.
Hope they don't evolve. Hope you don't get that Genesect out of the active spot.
Oh, he's trying it. It looks like the play that he's going to be making.
I guess you could also just take the knockout on a Genesect. It's 1 less Fusion Strike system to draw out of this Iono.
Could be. It looks like the plan here. He's going to get rid of 4 of them, leaving the Chien-Pao in the active. Of course, Chien-Pao a little bit harder to take out as well. Maybe forcing him to stretch. So he's down to really limited draw. I like that he didn't play the Iono there. Both trainers down to 1 prize.
I believe Rowan is just thinking through the plays, already having it in hand. Has the escape rope, but another Chien-Pao gets pushed to the active. Mew V gets pushed to the active.
Yeah.
Boss's Orders in hand.
The barrel.
Yeah, he's taking the barrel. Evolving.
Oh.
Path to the peak. So he's not going to be able to play until he does that. He uses the Lost Vacuum, get rid of his own Path to the Peak. Now he's able to start drawing with the Fusion Strike system. Needs to see the energy.
Double Turbo
And there it
Energy
is.
as the last card off that first Fusion Strike system. And with that, Rowan Stavenow goes on to our top 4. And what a crazy match.
Yeah, what a set played there. Plenty to unpack in that set, to be honest. A little bit of drama in there as well, but being able to close out the game. Grant with a much better game 3 than we'd seen in 1 or 2. Helped out by an error from Rowan in game 2. Sent us to a game 3, and honestly, I'm glad we got to see it, because we got to see a whole lot more out of both of those decks. Well, mainly Chien Pao.